Hello and welcome to Keyani's second podcast. We're very excited today as we have a very special guest that will be joining us. The whole idea of having a podcast for Keyani is to introduce you to all our practitioners and their modalities and their experiences throughout practicing these modalities. We hope to bring you more of our practitioners as you will be hopefully subscribing and watching us regularly. Today, we are going to be delving into the world of Reiki and energy healing. We are going to be talking to Gaetano Vivo. He is an energy Reiki master, and we will be exploring his world and seeing how he will explain Reiki to all of us. Welcome, Gaetano, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much and welcome.
Can you share a little bit about your journey and how you got into Reiki and you followed this through for the last 25 plus years?
I started my journey 35 years ago.
Wow.
When I was in London. I was looking for something that would enhance my life. At that time I'd been a translator. I was also translating books, computer manuals, but that was not really fulfilling my life nor my soul. So I decided to find myself on a healing journey, and Reiki just found me. Reiki has been so very transformative for my life. It has been like a life journey, and today I'm I've been teaching Reiki for the past 35 years to more than 7,000 people around the world, not only, but this is my mission. I would not ever call it like my work, but it's like a mission to help humanity to discover themselves.
Mm-hmm. What was the first point that you fell in love with Reiki? What is that? What did you feel when you first did Reiki and you thought that this is what I'm going to pursue?
I just felt like this incredible heat coming from my hands. Many people in the past have told me that I was a natural born healer, and I would not want to be that at all. Mm-hmm. So I was actually looking for something that would completely be away from the word healer, and I discovered Reiki, which is not a healing technique. I would call it more of a channel technique, because you channel the energy from the healer, who is the universe. So you kind of tap into the universal energy, the creator, the source, and therefore you channel that energy. And the purest your energy is, the better the Reiki people receive.
Do you incorporate other modalities within when you're practicing Reiki, or do you keep it as a pure Reiki form?
Well, in the years I've evolved and I have developed different modalities while I teach my Reiki and when I do Reiki, when I treat people with Reiki. So I incorporate color therapy, I incorporate vibrational psychic surgery, which is something very strong, working energetically on any kind of pain that you might have in the body, physical pain, but mainly, obviously, we work on the emotional pains. Yeah. So we are whole wounded children, and so those pains stay inside our consciousness, and therefore when we then heal it from the body, from the physical pain, also the soul heal itself.
Beautiful. And who are the people that this would benefit? Who are the if people are looking to get treated by Reiki, who are the people that would be the ideal?
Everybody can approach to Reiki, just the people who are very skeptical, people who are very curious, and people who really feel like this is their call. So that we have different kind of people. And for instance, if somebody comes for a treatment, is because they want to feel more relaxed, or if they have a physical pain that they want to get rid of, we go through Reiki into the vibrational psychic surgery. We work with the sound, we work with the healing sound, we work with all sorts of modalities that I've created and developed, in these years of my mission. Yes. As a Reiki master.
Yes. Yeah,
And so, many people can benefit from all sorts of things. I've been working with people that had, for instance, migraine like for 20 years, and after 4 sessions, the migraine completely dissolved. Or, people who have injuries. And so when also we have injuries, also if we, have like a knee problem or a back problem, this is also very much emotional and energetic. So we can work on the energetic field to get rid of the physical pain.
Yes, yes. And you also did spiritual psychic surgery. I know that you did it on me.
Yes.
For my shoulder.
Yeah.
And it really, within a few hours, the pain eased up.
Yes.
So I think just for physical pain, I think that is something that is very concentrated.
Yes, very much. It's a vibrational psychic surgery. It's not like the Filipino that just go inside the body and pull out things.
Yeah.
This is very much vibrational, as we work on a very high vibrational level.
Yeah.
And so, working with people who are suffering from all sorts of pains, aches and pains in the physical, we work at eliminating the cause of it.
It's very effective.
Yeah.
What advice would you give for people that are looking into going into Reiki, whether they are practicing for themselves or whether they'd like to go into something that will become a practice for them? What is the advice that you would give to aspiring people that are
people
looking?
who would want to approach to the practice of Reiki? They had to come with an open heart. They need to be extremely open to receive this amazing amount of energy. Yesterday, for instance, I've been teaching a class and people will become extremely mesmerized by this beautiful, strong power that we as Reiki masters are opening the channels for them to receive this energy for the first time. So it is very, very empowering, and it's extremely, extremely strong energy that you channel. And so people really know slowly that is something that perhaps they would like to learn. But in the first step of Reiki, you learn to love yourself. And that is the most important thing. Imagine if everybody on the planet would love themselves and spread this love to other people. What a beautiful planet we would live in. But this is our mission. So we are building that. Obviously, I will not see that, but for sure I'll know that I've planted seeds for this to happen in the future.
And the thing that I love about what you do when you teach Reiki is that you stay in touch with all your students and you encourage them. As when I did Reiki 1 with you, I remember that every day you sent us messages for 21 days in order to ensure that we were practicing morning and evening. And I think that is a huge thing when you have a teacher who is able to encourage you to go further rather than just do the certification and then just leave,
Well, you see, Alia, I'm Italian, as you know, and Italian people really are very much family orientated. And I'm also Cancerian, and the Cancerian sign is very much of the mother, and being in touch with the people. And so that is what I've created. All of my classes that I've got so far, I always have a group chat where I can interact with people and ask them how do they feel, what's going on after the Reiki that I've taken with me. And so even yesterday we have created this chat. It's just like another beautiful soul family that
and
has
a community, which we love. I mean,
of course.
That's what we stand for in Keyani as well. So you're extending that community into connecting everybody together.
Yeah, and I've also created a Facebook group called Bridges of Light, meaning that we want to extend bridges all over the communities that are really opening up to this beautiful light that we should always have shining on the planet.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. How have you seen the practice of Reiki evolve over the years? I mean, it must be from the time that you started practicing Reiki until now. I mean, almost we get so many practitioners that come into Keyani who have Reiki under their belt as part of their many other modalities.
Yes, well, Reiki has really developed all over, and millions of people learn Reiki and do Reiki and practice Reiki. So it is just like, also you have to kind of look at the quality of the teachings and the quality of the healing that you have received through Reiki.
Yes.
So it is that is very important. I was telling that to my students yesterday. The shorter the lineage of the Reiki master is, the purest is the energy, and the purest is the channeling that you receive. So
Yes.
you always have to look at the lineage of your Reiki master in order to know what is the lineage of the person.
Yeah. Can you explain a little bit about the lineage?
Well, the lineage started with Awayo Takata. Awayo Takata was a lady who was, she was a Japanese lady. And during the war, Japan, actually she was Japanese, but it was like Hawaiian. And during the war, Hawaii became American. Therefore, all of a sudden, instead of being Japanese, she was an American. And she died in 1980, and she attuned 22 Reiki master all over the US. Okay? And through this also her granddaughter Phyllis Furumoto. Phyllis Furumoto is the master of my teacher.
Okay.
So my lineage is very short, coming from Takata. We have Takata, Phyllis Furumoto, William Rand, Gaetano Vivo. So it's just like 4 masters that are very, very concentrated, and that is one of the shortest lineage we have.
Yeah,
and that is why people, I teach Reiki in Italy every single weekend. I come to Dubai 5 times a year to teach Reiki here at Keyani. So it is like my mission to show people how great Reiki is.
Yeah, it's amazing because you are always on a train in Italy going somewhere to teach.
Yes.
So this is your lifelong mission, and this is where you're very passionate about. But today is very short, so we have to keep it,
sure, of course.
short and everything. But what is what insight or encouragement would you like to give the listeners to come and do Reiki, whether for themselves or for practice?
You have to understand that Reiki is only love. My first book of Reiki was called Reiki is Love. Because when you give Reiki to somebody whom you do not know, it's giving to somebody unconditional love. Okay, so the first time I met you, I did not know you, and yet I gave you a session, and I was channeling this energy for you to give the most amazing healing that you could have received for that time in life. So whenever people come to learn my Reiki, or even to come for a treatment, they receive this amazing energy in their heart to enhance the love, first of all, for themselves. And once they have discovered that and they've healed their inner child, then they can go over and treat other people. Yes. But mainly is for their own
development.
Self. Yes. And development.
And what message would you like to give our viewers and listeners about what you do? And all the platforms that they can find you on, because I know that there's so many platforms that you're on, especially your Facebook page, which is Bridges of Light, and you have such a huge following on that. I don't know how many, at 10,000, is it?
No, 40,000.
40,000 people, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, please do explain where they can find you and what are the best ways of reaching out to you.
Well, the best place they can find me is here at Keyani. When I come to UAE, I always work exclusively at Keyani because, as I said before, I had to find myself completely comfortable into a center, and you and Linda and the people here and the lady at the reception are very, very welcoming. And therefore, that is what I love to find in a place when I go and teach and work from. So obviously, when I come to UAE, they can find me here at Keyani. They can also find me on my Vivo Healing Instagram account. Vivo being my name, people said, "Oh, is that your real name?" Yes, Vivo means life in Italian, and it's my real name. And then obviously on my, it's not a page, it's a group, Bridges of Light. But that Bridges of Light Facebook group is mainly in Italian. But from time to time, I also lead some online meditation on my Instagram page. So people can find me there. And I also have my website, which is gaetanovivo.com.
Okay. Yeah, no, so I would encourage everyone to go and check out at least one of the platforms and visit there, because there's a lot of information. Even with your Facebook group, I've gone in several times, and you've done things in English.
Yes.
And you've done translations from
Of course.
Italian practitioners to.
Yes.
So there's a lot of insight there, and I would definitely encourage everyone to visit.
And obviously, you know, on my page there are also my books. There is my Reiki book that has been translated. Well, I wrote that in Italian, but has been translated into Arabic and into English, called Panta Reiki, where all of my life about Reiki and my evolution as a Reiki master is all written there. So if you would like, that is, you know, available
Wonderful.
at Keyani as well.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
And I hope that our viewers will be able to come and meet you in person the next time you are in Dubai. Of course, please do follow us on all our social medias to see when Gaetano will be coming back in.
Thank you so much.
It was
Thank
indeed
you.
a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us and listening to our wonderful podcast with Dr. Gaetano Vivo today. And we hope that you found this insightful and illuminating. We would love to have your comments. If there were any questions that you wanted about Reiki, if there was anything that you wanted a little bit more information about, please do not hesitate to get in touch with us.